Inside the most expensive home in the United States. The world's most expensive home is now ready for its close-up after nearly a decade of design and development work. The inside of the 105,000 square foot house, which is called The One and sits on a 5-acre lot in the wealthy Los Angeles neighborhood of Bel Air, has been a closely guarded secret until now. This house has set a new record, and AD has been given an exclusive look inside, as well as an interview with the people who came up with the design and style that made it possible. Over the years that the property has been being built, a lot of crazy things have been said about it. One of these was that it would be put up for sale in 2018 for as much as $500 million. In a 2017 article, the New York Times said that the house would likely sell for much less than the price that got people's attention. As proof, the article said that the Playboy mansion sold for $100 million in 2016, even though it was on the market for $200 million at the time. At the time, a home in the Hamptons that was for sale for $137 million was the most expensive home ever sold in the U.S. In 2015, a Saudi prince paid a whopping $300 million for a chateau in France. This broke the previous record, which had been set in 2007. In an article in Architectural Digest, the finished interiors of the house with 21 bedrooms and 42 bathrooms are shown for the very first time. The house has been under construction for almost 10 years, and during that time, many people have heard about its long list of expensive features. The property is surrounded by a moat on 3 sides. It also has a 400-foot-long running track, a 30-car garage with 2 car display turntables, a bowling alley, spa, cigar lounge, 5 swimming pools, and a movie theater with 30 seats. A bowling alley is also on the property. In addition to its huge size, there is also something called a philanthropy wing that can hold up to 200 people for charity galas, and has things called sky pods that give a full view of the city. Niall Niami is the owner and developer of the property. He asked architect Paul McLean and designer Catherine Rotondi to build the house according to his plan. The mansion wasn't built for a specific client, but for Niall Niami as a project. McLean also designed Jay-Z and Beyoncé's new home in Los Angeles, which they bought for a whopping $88 million in 2017. This project has been such a long and educational journey for all of us, McLean told ArcDigest.com. We were all excited about making it, and it was fun to make, but I don't think any of us knew how much work and time it would take to finish. Due to recently passed city laws, a house of this size will never be built again in Los Angeles. This means that Braden and Rainey Williams from the Beverly Hills Estates and Adam Kerman from Compass will really be selling The One. The mansion looks like it is floating above the city because it has a 400-foot-long running track and is surrounded by a moat on 3 sides. Niall Niami, the owner and developer, hired architect Paul McLean and interior designer Catherine Rotondi to help the home live up to its reported $340 million price tag. It took 600 workers 8 years to build the house. McLean said that his project seemed both exciting and scary at the same time, but the beautiful location of the home and his longtime friendship with Niami convinced McLean to not only take on the project, but also build something unique and spectacular. And there's no doubt that McLean has kept that promise. The main entrance to the property has 26-foot-high ceilings and leads to a variety of gathering spots with 360-degree views that include the San Gabriel Mountains, downtown Los Angeles, and the Pacific Ocean. At the entrance, which is also full of water, there is a sculpture and a bridge. McLean says, "We used water a lot in our designs because it helps your senses adjust to your surrounding." Niami wanted a home with muted colors that put the focus on the landscape and views outside, so she chose to paint the inside of the house black, white, and gray. McLean combined the inside and outside of the house to give it that classic Los Angeles feel. He did this by looking at the history of Los Angeles modernism and the landscape around the house for ideas. Living, but on a much bigger scale, is what he says about it. So that the house felt more like a place to live, we decided to keep the rooms for living and entertaining separate. Since the former are on the lower level, they create a base for the rest of the house to sit on, which makes the house look less big. The home statistics, in addition to its striking appearance, will make you feel as though you have lost your air. There are 42 bathrooms, 21 bedrooms, a 5,500 square foot master suite, a 4-lane bowling alley, a spa level, a 30-seat movie theater, a philanthropy wing for charity galas with floating pods overlooking Los Angeles, a 10,000 square foot sky deck, and 5 swimming pools. Additionally, there is a philanthropy wing for charity galas with floating pods overlooking Los Angeles. In addition to that, there is a 30-car car wash and a 30-car garage gallery that has 2 turntables for displaying vehicles. Even though the property is quite large, the interior of the house was designed by Rotondi, the founder of KFR Design, in collaboration with Niami. The goal of the project was to create distinct rooms that naturally led into one another. I was especially interested in wow factor elements in the hospitality sector, says Rotondi, who looked to Aman, Bulgari, and Baccarat as examples of top luxury hotel brands for ideas. I was especially interested in the wow factor aspects of the hospitality industry, says Rotondi. The concept of the wow factor as it relates to the hotel business captured my attention. The lighting, color scheme, and soft textures were all selected to mimic Naomi and McLean's favorite store, the Tom Ford Boutique on Rodeo Drive, which can be found in Los Angeles. The impressive art collection on the site was made possible by a collaboration between Creative Art Partners and Art Angels, both of which are nonprofit art advisory organizations. An installation of butterflies created by Stephen Wilson and placed on the building's lower level is one of the items in the collection. A black and silver custom panel created by Nicholas Castello is located in the office and is another element in the collection. In addition to that, the firm by Showroom has generously donated a significant number of one-of-a-kind pieces of furniture. The city of Los Angeles has passed a law that states a residence of this magnitude and splendor can never be constructed there again. This ensures that the One will always remain the solitary example of its sort in existence. According to McLean, the work that has been done on this project has been challenging and educational for everyone who has participated in it. She stated that it was taken on with excitement, and making it was fun, but I don't think any of us knew how much labor and time it would take to accomplish the project. The project was undertaken with enthusiasm. Now that the work has been completed, it is time to look for a buyer who is suitable for the project. The listing of the property for sale will be handled by Aaron Kerman of Compass, Brandon Williams and Rainey Williams of Beverly Hills Estates, and Brandon Williams and Rainey Williams of Compass. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.